Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine today whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint a lawyer for you today. You are entitled to have a phone call. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call yet, let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath.
Right hand.
Solemnly swear or affirm testimony before the court with the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward to the podium. Megan Billingsley. Megan, can I have your date of birth, please?
10/7/84.
All right. You are here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the PD's office. State any prior record?
Yes, in 2007 she has a DUI, and then 2016, she failed to appear in Pasco County on a petty theft.
Okay. Ms. Billingsley, I have an address here on Shafton Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. How long have you lived there?
20-something years.
Do you have a job?
No.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, Michael Billingsley. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not call him. Do not write him. Do not email him. Do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. If he calls you, you should hang up the phone. If you see him out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If you do have any contact with Mr. Billingsley while this case is pending, you could be arrested on another charge and held without bond. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm also going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Mr. Billingsley wants to file an injunction against you. If he does, that'll be a civil document, but you read it very carefully. You be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from him, his home, his car, or anywhere else where he may frequent. We're going to see you back to court on this case on July 18th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Cassandra Parrish. Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
6/26/85.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on June 6th. I did find probable cause for your arrest. He wants you held no bond until you get back in front of him, so I'm going to keep you held no bond. Did you have the public defender already representing you on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you want them to continue to represent you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I just have a question. Do you know, besides in Pasco, like it was a transfer case, and I went to court in Pasco last Wednesday and signed reinstatement on probation, so I don't know if that has,
Okay.
that's what I was confused on.
Okay, well this, I don't know. This is a violation of probation because you failed your drug screen. So what we're going to do is I've appointed the public defender. They're going to come out and talk to you about that as soon as they can, okay? And we're going to set you up to go to court on July 10th. Hopefully you can take care of it on that day.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Nicole Rogers. Can I have your date of birth?
11/14/72.
All right, you are here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the PD. State, is there any prior record?
2005 DUI.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address for you. Let's see here on Drayton Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 15 years.
Do you have a job?
Years. I'm disabled.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. I'm also going to order that you have no contact with Michelle Souders, okay? Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you have any contact with Michelle while this case is pending, you could be arrested for a new charge and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I just have a question.
Okay.
My daughter is with her right now, and we live in the same house. So
Well,
they told me that if I were to go back, that I would need a police escort.
Yes.
But I just wanted, because my mom's there too, so I need to get with them to get my youngest daughter.
You need to figure out how to do all of that without having any contact with Michelle Souders. I need to order no contact pursuant to statute. Also, pursuant to statute, I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Ms. Souders wants to file an injunction against you, okay? If she does file that injunction against you, and read it very carefully to be very specific as far as how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her car, or anywhere else where she may frequent. As far as regaining custody of your daughter, you can talk to your mom about that, see if she can assist you in it, but you can't relay any messages to Michelle, okay?
Okay.
I will see you back to court on this case on July 18th.
Thank you.
Laura Nardello. Can I have your date of birth?
3/14/1960.
Okay, you are here this morning for possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving where your license is suspended or revoked. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please. I also have a question.
Okay.
When I attempted to make the payment for my license suspension yesterday, which it was suspended as of yesterday, I was at work. So I was hoping that maybe you could possibly lower my bond so I can afford to find out this morning to take care of my license. I have a very good job, Your Honor, and I'd like to be able to get back to work, not going anywhere, not leaving the county. I could take care of my license today and get my car back today before the end of the day if I can have a reasonable bond.
All right, I have an address here in 2485 Commerce Ave. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
3 years.
Do you have a job?
I do.
You're a waitress?
I'm a front end manager.
Okay.
I do serve also.
All right. I'm going to keep these bonds the same on this case, 5,000, 1,000, and 1,000. Unfortunately, I do see that you have a pending case right now in front of Judge Merritt, 2018 CF 1251. It looks like that is that set for July 10th already?
The 10th, yes, ma'am.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to set all these cases on July 10th. I'm going to recommit you on the 2018 CF 1251, so I'm going to revoke your bond on that case because there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you're out on bond, okay? So you're not getting out of jail right now, but do you want me to appoint the public defender's office? I already did that. All right, you have the PD, so they're going to come out and see you and get you back to court on July 10th, and maybe you can take care of both of your cases then, okay?
So what happens with my license until then in my car?
Right now your license is suspended. It was suspended as of yesterday. It continues to be suspended. Okay?
And my car will stay in the impound until...
I don't know anything about your car. All right? You can find that out when you get out. All right, Jennifer Yeba. Can I have your date of birth?
6497.
All right, you are here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State your prior record.
I do not show any prior record.
Okay. Jennifer, I have an address here on Landmark Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
No, I'm stay-at-home mom.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $500, but I'm going to order that you have no contact with Luann Yeba. Do not have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call, write, or email. If you have any contact with her whatsoever, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. I'm also going to hold you today until 4 o'clock in case Luann wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file the injunction against you, and read it very carefully to be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, or anywhere else where she may frequent. I'm going to see you back to court on this case on July 18th. Make sure to reach out to the public defender's office, okay?
Thank you.
Tyson Aguirre. Can I have your date of birth?
4/16/88.
All right. You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt. He wants you held no bond until you can get back in front of him. Apparently your case is set for trial, and you didn't show up, and that was back in April. So we're going to hold you no bond. Did you have the public defender representing you then?
Yeah.
You want the public defender to continue to represent you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. We'll make sure they are on your case, and we will see you back to court on July 10th at 9 a.m. Randy Eskridge. Mr. Eskridge, can I have your date of birth?
5/14/73.
Okay, you were here for driving under the influence. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I do have a copy of your driving record here indicating that your driver's license is also suspended for failure to pay traffic ticket, but you weren't charged with that. So for right now, you're charged with DUI. I found probable cause. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
All right. I'll appoint the public defender's office. State prior record.
Your Honor, in 2016, looks like he failed to appear on some type of I believe it's a misdemeanor charge. And then in January of this year, he was arrested for a possession of a controlled substance in Pasco County. Based on my records, it looks like that case may still be open.
Okay. All right, sir, I have an address for you on Red Rose Ave in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
For about a year now.
All right. Do you have a job?
No, I'm disabled.
All right. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. We're going to see you back to court on July 18th. Make sure to reach out to your public defender, okay?
Thank you.
Jeremy Franklin. Can I have your date of birth?
2985.
You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Toner on I did find probable cause for your arrest. He wants you held no bond until you get in front of him, and that was based on a warrant signed by him on May 25th. So we're going to keep you held no bond on those charges. Do you want the public defender to represent you?
Yes, please.
Make sure the public defender's on that case, and we'll see you back to court on July 20th. Can I tell you when your next court date is?
Yeah.
When's your next court date?
I'm sorry?
When's your next court date? When did I just say your court date was?
July 10th.
No, so you weren't listening because you were trying to talk. Court date's on July 20th. What did you want to ask me?
Never mind, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll see you back to court July 20th. Tommy Gossett. Can I have your date of birth?
12786, ma'am.
All right. You are here today for an aggravated assault and possession of a firearm by a felon. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State, is there a prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on what I'm looking at, it appears he was just released from prison in December of 2015, thereby qualifying him for a prison releasee reoffender status. And that was on a case, an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from 2009. Looks like, and then looks like there was a couple of those charges, maybe 3 of those in that same case. He was also driving on a suspended license in 2009. 2009, failure to appear. 2009, violation of probation for driving on a suspended license. 2009, sale or possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell. Sale of oxycodone, possession of paraphernalia. Another driving on a suspended license in 2009, 2007, same. 2 of those, a violation of probation then. 2006, felony driving on a suspended license, and then 2006, throwing a deadly missile at or into an occupied vehicle.
Sir, I have an address for you on 165th Lane in O'Brien, Florida. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
4515 Springwood Road, Spring Hill, Florida.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
About 8 months now, ma'am.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do for work?
I'm an electrician. Can I ask you a question, ma'am?
Sure.
I was never found in possession of anything, and I'm being charged with the possession.
Yes, you are.
Can I ask you why?
I thought the police found probable cause, and I support their finding a probable cause based on the witness testimony about you holding the weapon. Anything else, then you'd want to speak to your attorney. I wouldn't say anything else this morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so for count number 1, I'm going to set your bond at $20,000. For count number 2, I'm going to set your bond at $50,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Evan Pappas, and we're going to see you back to court on July 24th at 9 a.m.
Ma'am.
Corey Grease. Have your date of birth. All right, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on May 7th, indicating that you failed to report to probation. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you? Did you say yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office. We're going to keep you held no bond, and we are going to get you back in front of Judge Toner on July 10th.
Yeah,
Someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you, okay?
I believe it's Judge Merritt.
I'm Judge Merritt, yes, July 10th, Judge Merritt.
Thank you.
Miguel Iglesias. Have your date of birth. All right, you are here today for a violation of pretrial release. It looks like you got something going on out of Pinellas County. They want you held no bond on that until they can come pick you up. So we're going to keep you held no bond for them. They will come get you within the next 5 days. When you do get down to Pinellas County, you can ask for a court date and an attorney when you get there, okay?
Okay, ma'am, I have a question. What is the charge about? Because I currently have a GPS monitoring that told me I could be 500 feet from the property while I wasn't. I got a place about 3.5 miles away, and all the time they told me that you could go
Okay,
around
sir,
it, not through
this
it.
is the public
Okay.
defender. Just as a friend of the court, I would advise that you stop speaking because all of these proceedings are recorded, and Pinellas County could
Okay.
compel this testimony.
Thank you. You're not represented by the public defender's office at this time, sir. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. I encourage you to do so. The only information I have is that they have an active felony warrant for your arrest. It says it's for violation of pretrial release on a charge of written threats to kill or do bodily injury. So that's all they have right now. It's all the information that I'm given. All I know is that they want you down there and they want you held no bond until you get there. When you get there, you'll be appointed an attorney, and at that point, you can ask your attorney for more information about that violation, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anthony Martinez. Have your date of birth.
11/6/93.
All right. You are here because they picked you up. They revoked your bond because you picked up a driving on suspended driver's license. While you were free on that, you picked up another driving on suspended driver's license, and we revoked your bond on the first case. So right now you have 2 cases, a 2018 CT-128 and a 2018 CT-1448, both of them with driving on suspended driver's license. Do you want to take care of both of those cases today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you want to take care of both of them today, I'll give you 5 days jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in, so you've got 3 days left. You want to take care of it today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea on these cases today, that you're giving up your right to go to trial,
Yes, ma'am.
giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to the driving a suspended driver's license in 2018 CT 128, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 5 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 2 days that you've had in. With regard to the driving a suspended driver's license in 2018 CT 1448, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 5 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs of $438 on each case and the cost of incarceration on one of those cases, okay? You want to make your way down to the clerk of court when you get out and make payment arrangements for all of those things.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Jeremy O'Brien?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
4/22/95.
All right. You are here today for driving on suspended driver's license. The bond is $10,000. It looks like they did that bond because it's suspended for a DUI that you never took care of from 2016, and a refusal and a couple other things. So, and a violation of Chapter 893. So the bond is currently $10,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. State other than that DUI that I see.
Yes, Your Honor. Last year there was a violation of probation on a violation of injunction. There was also in 2017 there was a possession of a controlled substance and he was found in contempt of court on that. Or no, that was on the violation of injunction. 2016 he violated probation on a battery, then the DUI that the court mentioned. And then in 2015, he was placed in pretrial diversion on a felony criminal mischief. And 2015, it looks like he had another battery.
Okay. Jeremy, I have an address for you on Morrison Way in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Like all my life.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I had one at Cody's, but I was supposed to start a new job at Mirrors Plumbing tomorrow.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, and we're going to see you back to court on July 18th, okay? I've appointed the public defender's office. You want to reach out to them when you get out.
All right, I appreciate it.
All righty. Brian Ormsby. Mr. Ormsby, can I have your date of birth?
11/19/85.
All right. You are here today for possession of methamphetamine. The bond is currently $10,000. Possession of paraphernalia, the bond is currently $1,000. And then a violation of probation, currently there's no bond on that. I also see that you have a pending case, a 2018 CT 1452, in front of Judge Hitzman, scheduled for July 31st. So I did find probable cause for your arrest on all of these. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office in each case. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the bonds the same at $10,000 and $1,000 on the drug case for the violation of probation. There's no bond on that. I'm going to keep that no bond. We're going to see you back to court on those cases on July 24th at 9 a.m. With regard to the case in front of Judge Hitzman in 2018 CT 1452, we're going to recommit you on that case. So you need to take care of that case before you're able to be released from custody, okay? Jonathan Perry. Can I have your date of birth?
10/9/90.
Right, you are here today for a fraudulent use of credit card. There's one count of that with a bond of $2,000, and then there's 4 counts of criminal use of personal identification with a bond of $2,000 each. I did find probable cause for your arrest on all 5 counts. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State prior record.
Yes, Your Honor. In 2017, he did violate probation on a battery. here in Hernando. It also appears he has a criminal history out of Ohio, and that was in 2008 for receiving stolen plates, and then for possession of drugs, and then attempted possession of drugs. It looks like is what that was resolved as. There's also a convicted of a lesser of trafficking in marijuana, so it must have been possession. It's a felony charge. And then a theft in 2015. The felony marijuana was in 2012.
Okay. Jonathan, I have an address for you on Shannon Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 10, 15 years.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, self-employed in landscaping, but being in here for so long,
Were you transferred from somewhere else?
no, the felony, the trafficking felony, I was transferred down here from Ohio.
I see.
That was all in Ohio.
All right, I gotcha.
Your Honor, it looks like he was arrested on June 20th for an introduction of contraband into a detention facility and was given an arraignment for July 20th.
Okay. So we can set all these for July 20th.
Yes, Your Honor.
I just want to say that my grandma knew about.
Okay, don't say anything about the facts of your case, okay? If it has to do with the facts of your case, I wouldn't say it, but... all right. So what we're going to do with this... I'm not sure what the date of sense of the other one is, but we're going to just keep all the bonds the same for right now. So on count number 1, it's going to be $2,000. For count number 2 through 5, those are $2,000 each. So it's a total of $10,000. All right, we're going to see you back to court on all your cases for July 20th, okay? Trevor Rawson. Can I have your date of birth?
12/13/98.
All right, you are here for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on June 8th, indicating that you failed to report. He wants you held no bond on that until you get back in front of him. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. And let's see here. We're going to set you to come back to court on July 10th, okay?
Okay.
See you back to court then. Your PD will reach out to you soon.
Okay.
Gregory Reamy.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
12/22/77.
All right. You are here this morning because you failed to appear in front of Judge Hitzman on June 7th for leaving the scene of an accident, driving on a suspended driver's license, and no motor vehicle registration. It's $2,000 bond on each of those. You have an option today. If you want to take care of your case, we can see what the state is looking for in order for you to resolve this case, or we can keep the bonds the same, and I can have you come back to court on July 13th. What would you like to do?
Keep the bond the same and come back to court.
Okay. I'm going to keep them at $2,000. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
With the PD, and we'll see you back to court July 13th.
Okay, thank you.
Did we get everyone at the jail?
Yes, yes.
All right, have a good day.